Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Welcome everybody, guys. Today we will take a look again on the euro currency. Our yesterday's trade on Australian dollar has been completed. Nice. And today we can take a look at the euro currency. Well, actually I do not know what activity we will get today, since today is the eve of the long holidays due to the Memorial Day in the United States. So Monday was the holiday, will be a holiday also. But guys, right now I can't exclude the possibility that we stand at the eve of some big changes on the euro currency. Because on the daily time frame chart we could get the double top pattern that theoretically could lead market as far as to the 133.80 area, and 133.80 stands below the yearly pivot point, and that could be really significant. From that standpoint, it makes sense to take a look at the Swiss franc. So we will take a look at the Swiss franc, the double bottom there. You will it looks even better than the double top on the euro currency. It's clear and it has the better shape. That's why it's very possible that we could get really long-term trend on the euro currency in the nearest future. We'll see. But right now you see that market is moving below the neckline of the double top. The target of the double top is the distance between the tops to the neckline counted to the downside, and that's approximately 133.80. The shape of the butterflies double top is very typical for this pattern, so we can see that the second top shows the wash and rinse of the first top. That is one of the features of the double top and bottoms patterns, and that gives more confidence to this pattern. Second moment that is also a bit warning sign for euro currency is that market has moved below the weekly pivot support one. We know that if market passes through the weekly pivot weekly or monthly pivot support one, it means that we could get, and maybe this is already the new bear trend. Because when the market hits the weekly pivot or monthly pivot support one, and if it holds to retracement, it means that the previous trend up is intact. Something of that sort. So you can see move up, support, move, continuation. And it means that trend is still valid, and that's just retracement. But when the market passes through the weekly or monthly pivot support one, it means that the previous trend has been broken, and we could stand at the eve of the downward reversal. And that's warning sign. I have not decided yet what particular currency pair we will discuss in the weekly research, but maybe even euro currency, because due to this event, this really could demand the deeper analysis than just a daily time frame chart. Also, as we have discussed previously, fundamentally, especially from the due to the limitations of European Central Bank, the euro currency not stands in favor of the to the possible appreciation, because Mario Draghi clearly has announced that it's very unwelcome action if euro currency will show appreciation. And when he has said that, euro currency was at 140 area, so it means that probably 140 is the maximum level that European Central Bank could accept as the euro value to the United States dollar. Anyway, currently we could get probably the downward continuation in the medium-term perspective. In the shorter-term perspective, take a look how market behaves in this area. So we have discussed this a couple of days ago. We said that as market does not respond on the technical bullish pattern, that was the Jordan stretch, so market has hit the oversold right at the fib support, but market stands flat. And we said that could become the bearish dynamic pressure. If market doesn't respond on the result with the normal bounce, at least to the 3.8 resistance of the whole move down, it means that market is really heavy and bearish, and it really could continue move down. And that really has happened. So you can see, and now is happening. So market now is continuing move lower. Well, in the short-term perspective, today probably the only pattern that I see on the EUR currency that could be traded, maybe this is this butterfly on the 4-hour time frame chart. What we have? First of all, market now is approaching the support. That's the weekly pivot support 1. And slightly lower at this area stands 2 targets. The first target is 1618 extension of that A, B, C top pattern. Also, that is 127 extension of the butterfly. So I can't exclude that market could show some bounce up here. But probably this bounce hardly will be some very extended. Maybe it will be just as a respect of the of these targets. Also, guys, I can't exclude that maybe market will form something here, maybe 3 drive or something. If market will show some respect, could shift to the 3 drive pattern. I do not know, but in the very short term perspective, that's the support, and market could show the reasonable bounce here. In the hardly it will be achieved today, but in a bit longer perspective, if market will proceed to the 1618, that could be the support when the market could show the retracement and retest the broken neckline. So that could be move lower to the 135.90 area, whereas the 1618 target stands 135.93. Okay, so market will move here, then could retest the neckline and continue move lower if this double top pattern will start to work. Okay. So that's two possible events that we could expect on today's trading session and on Tuesday. On the hourly time frame chart, almost the same picture. So we have this smaller ABCD with the target at 136.30, 1618 extension minor target. That agrees with this area. Okay. 1618 extension of this 100% extension of this ABCD pattern stands at 135.97 in agreement with this target. Also, guys, here you can find the butterfly. So that could be left wing, right? That could be the right wing bar of the butterfly. So this is really scalp patterns that could be traded if you would like to do this. In the short-term perspective, it's more or less clear that we have this butterfly ABCD patterns, at least something we have for scalp trading. But the real issue, the real interesting stuff and the really thrilling moments we could find on the higher time frame charts, on the daily and maybe on the high weekly and monthly. So we need to take a look at it maybe in the weekly, in the next weekly research, if I will not find something even more interesting than this situation in the EUR currency. Well, that's all today. Happy Memorial Day. I wish you to have the nice weekend. Well, and if you would like, you could in general try to trade these patrons if this butterfly will achieve target today, because on the 4-hour time frame chart, on the hourly, in fact, we have some patrons to trade, but this is, should be really scalp trades. Do not marry any position. If you still would like to take the long, trying to take the profit right at the 3.8 resistance of this move down, or just let's wait and see what will happen on the high time frame charts, because this is really could become the significant pattern that you do not meet very often, and this is really could trigger significant move down.